the Center for Imprisoned Individuals Involved in Terrorist Activities, commonly abbreviated as SCAT. SCAT is a mega prison with an area equivalent to 7 football fields, capable of accommodating 40,000 inmates. But how did 40,000 people fit into this prison? Please like this video, subscribe to channel, and turn on the notification bell before watching the rest of the video. The president of El Salvador transformed the world's most dangerous country into the safest in Latin America. He successfully managed to dismantle dangerous cartels and mafias in El Salvador, capturing many of their members. Bukele ordered the construction of this prison to alleviate overcrowding and improve prison conditions. A year ago, SCAT was completed, but it is not still fully occupied. Currently, it houses 13,000 inmates, with a capacity for an additional 27,000 people. The inmates in this prison are not considered human, according to the prison officials. They categorize them into two groups, one consisting of regular humans and the other one comprising those labeled as terrorists. One of the most remote places in El Salvador where the SCAT prison has been constructed. With being from outside the prison, if someone wants to approach the prison from the outside, they must pass through 7 layers of security. Security checkpoints start 1 kilometer away and continue all the way to the prison entrance. Even if you are a journalist, everything is meticulously checked and verified. You have to take off your clothes to ensure that you are not carrying anything suspicious. These 7 barriers to reaching the prison have prevented corruption from taking root within its wall. No drugs, no mobile phones, nothing is allowed to enter. After passing through these 7 gates, you reach the prison door, which itself has additional stage before entering the prison. Exactly like airport security gates, but much more intense and with greater precision. It's important to note that there are no visits in SCAT, and even the lawyers are not allowed to enter this prison. If there is a need to talk to an inmate, they are taken to a room equipped with a television camera, through which communication can be established. The strongest communication jamming devices are installed inside this prison, rendering mobile phones and other communication devices non-functional. When officials communicate with each other, they use their own special wireless system. In a sense, inmates have no communication except with their lawyers. Those steps which I mentioned are for the entering of a journalist. But now, how does an inmate go through the entrance process? The inmate must undress completely and then go through an X-ray machine that reveals anything on or inside their body. After the inmate's control is ensured, they are given a towel or clothes and they are told to look at the ground. Then they are escorted to the prison by a guard. The officers who patrolling the prison floors mostly don't carry firearms, but they have batons and other equipments. But don't think they are without backups. All around, officers with firearms are positioned on elevated platforms. The cells in this prison are different from anywhere else in the world. In fact, they are large cells where 100 people live. There are no enclosed toilets or bathrooms in the cells. Firstly, your bed is just a platform and you don't have any personal space or a pillow. You have to use a towel or clothes as a makeshift pillow. The toilet in the cell is open without wall, and everyone, including officers and prison guards, can see it. For bathing, there is a small enclosure where they can enter and clean themselves. In El Salvador, the death penalty exists, but is only applicable for war crimes, which do not include acts of terrorism. However, terrorists are received sentences that are even harsher than the death penalty, such as sentences of 1,000 years in the prison. Until now, No one has been released from this prison and no one has successfully escaped. Inside this prison, bright lights are installed that never go off, keeping the area illuminated like daylight at all times. The inmates on the upper bunk beds wish for these lights directly in their eyes, making it difficult for them to sleep peacefully. The constant illumination in the prisons is a form of torture in every sense. People living in such an environment are always on edge. These inmates do not know the time, day, whether it is night or morning, or any specific time within the prison. All of these factors make the inmates extremely anxious and irritable, and their frustration prevents them from daring to protest. Each cell has a large protective window facing the main hallway. There are always some guards standing inside the hallway, keeping an eye on the cells. The ceiling of each cell is designed in a way that guards can patrol from above, keeping the cells under surveillance. When you exit the building, there are gravel stones spread all around the prison. As you walk on these stones, they produce a sound, and if someone tries to escape, the noise can be heard from a distance of 50 meters, alerting the authorities. Around the building, 3 layers have been constructed. The outer layer is a robust concrete structure, followed by another layer of concrete, and the final layer is 9-meter wall made of reinforced concrete, electrically connected for added security. In a way, it can be said that escaping from this place is nearly impossible, given the construction and security measures in this place. Every day, they separate 10 prisoners, handcuff them, and take them to the hallway for half an hour to allow them some movement. All the officers serving in this facility have their faces covered for their own security as well as the safety of their families. 99% of these officers are from the same people who were once afraid of them and are well aware of the criminal activities involved. When a prisoner intends to leave their cell, they must be restrained with handcuffs before exiting, ensuring their hands and then their feet are secured. At times, they connect several prisoners together and allow them to move collectively. The government of El Salvador claims that individuals present here have each been involved in the killing of at least 10 people. The most notorious inmate group in this place is Mississippi 13. Inside this prison, most of the drug cartels are enemies, and they particularly segregate and place them together. Inside the cell, there are several mortal enemies who dare not even look at each other. It seems that they fear not only the enemies, but also the officers who keep a close eye on them. Many journalists go there and protest against the conditions. Prison authorities seem to appreciate such journalists and invite them to get a better understanding of the situation. They bring out one of these case files and say, read it. Murder, assault, kidnapping, extortion. Anything you mention is in their records. Most of the time, the journalist becomes convinced and acknowledges that these individuals are indeed very dangerous criminals. The people of El Salvador pray for Bukele and say, after decades, we have been able to breathe. Now, if they protest or get into a fight with someone, they have to face serious consequences or go to the black hole. A dark cement room with dim lighting, equipped with only basic amenities like a toilet and a bathroom. They throw them into this room, and depending on the offense committed, they can be kept there for a few days or a few weeks. Prisoners are provided with meals 3 times a day, consisting of bread, beans, and sour cream. Their meals for breakfast, lunch, and dinner are generally similar. Every 10 to 15 days, they are given some macaroni or rice to add variety to their meals, especially if someone is not feeling well or to break the monotony. There is no meat included in their meals at all. They are also not provided with any spoon or fork, and they have to eat with their hands. So, do you think El Salvador's behavior with these criminals is correct? Thank you for watching this video till the end. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment down below. Bye!